Good evening, our beloved viewers. It's 9 p.m. You are watching our live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. Presidential tour today. President Gila went to Obok region. About health news concerning coronavirus, Djibouti refused to allow Spanish military to access to the national territory. And on the international scene, Syria, UN continues to help Syrians through cross-border transfer in bias. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. On the fifth and the penultimate station before his visit to the Korangar district as a part of his tour of the interior region, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margele, today made an exploratory visit to the city of Obok region. At the head of a high-level governmental delegation that includes the Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, Minister of Interior Mumin Ahmed Sheikh, the Minister of Information in charge of Post and Telecommunication, Mr. Wadwan Abdullah Badon, the Minister of Defense Ali Hassan Badon, Minister of Budgets Abdul Karim Madan Sher, the Minister of Health Muhammad Warsama, and the Minister of Labor in charge of Reform Usman Ibrahim Roble, and Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity Ms. Muna Usman Aden, Minister of State in charge of Decentralization Muhammad Hamadou Aramis, and were attended to arrive in Obok region. The President of the Republic received a warm welcome upon his arrival to the city of Obok by the Prefect of the region, Mr. Abdul Malik Muhammad Banoita, and the President of the Regional Council, Umar Hussein, in addition to the notables and the large crowd of the people of the province of Obok. And the visit came as a part of a tour of the inner region that the President decided to take out of love and affection, and to get closely acquainted with the economic, social, health, educational, communication, and others, to exchange ideas with them that will contribute to strengthen the national economic base on what each of the region of the Republic abounds in, and stand closely on how to benefit from resources and wealth of knowledge barriers to sustainable development, and discussion together to address the problems collectively. After the welcoming ceremony, the President of the Republic inspected an exhibition of handicraft and products for companies operating in the territory, and listened to the clarification about the exhibits by representatives of the authorities participating in the exhibition. It should be noted that this shuttle tour of the President of the Republic aims to follow the development effort of the government and to see the gains made and listen to the observations of citizens regarding service performance in various sectors, and exchange views with them to find solutions to their problems and achieve the desired goals. Local societies working in the handicraft sectors have were there with their product before the President, in front of the President of the Republic. Among these companies or associations that exhibited their cooperative hunting product operating in Obok region, where their marine products were present in the exhibition in front of the President of the Republic, as well as the Mercy Charitable Foundation for its part present its product, also agriculture agricultural products were present during this tour that the President of the Republic undertook to Aboch region. The conclusion of this tour, the President of the Republic encouraged the businessmen in the region to continue their valuable project, assuring them of his support to move forward in this manner. After that, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, held an open meeting with the representative of civil society to listen to them closely about the service condition in the region of Oboh, and that at the beginning of this meeting, the President of the Republic expressed his deep thanks to the people of the region for the hospitality received by them, saying in this context, "We expected this warm welcome from your side." During their intervention, the speakers praised the effort led by the President of the Republic to develop the region and achieve a policy of decentralization, and some of them submitted to the President of the Republic their observation on service issues.
isnidhaahno waxa aad doonaysaan inaad noo sheegtaan, waxa aad diidaysaan inaad noo sheegtaan, waxa aad tabanaysaan inaad noo sheegtaan, waxa aad isleedihiin wax xaq baan u leenahay oo ma hayno aad tidhaahdaan, aad isleedihiin inaad noo sheegtaan. hasawaha furan ayaan doonayaa inaan ku dhammeeyo waddanka dhammaantii. waa qaybtii ugu dambaysay oo gunaanadkana dee waxaa lagu yaqaanaa caanaha inta ugu dambaysa ugu macaan.
After the popular reception in front of the Oboh prefecture, followed by a visit of stands of a product from the region, the President of the Republic had exchange and discussion with the representative of the population in the big tent. Welcomed by a stand ovation, President Gili introduced the debate by thanking the Hayu district for his hospitality and warm welcome. The President said that he is closing with his tour in the region of the interior of Oboh because he believes that the Oboh region, it's the importance, it is the future of the nation. The President also pointed out that the Oboh region is a breathing ground for policemen who had left their mark on the history of Djibouti, of the great political men known for their patriotism and their courage. Our tour, it is of capital importance for us with the meeting and exchange with the young people, said the President, regional actor, men and women. We want to share with us your satisfaction as well as the shortcoming that you noticed, said the President. This will allow us to see the willingness of our citizens to reject certain negatives action and their concern to participate in the development of the region of Oboh.
Yes. weliba imika intoo maalgelin kale lagu sameeyo in la xidho dhowr meelood biyaha la weeciyo lagu furo asasan yaareereyga oo dhan iyo wixii ka hooseeya ee weli badda inta la gaadhin aquaculture-ka aad doonaysaan halkaaba laga samayn karaa maxaa yeelay biyo macaan iyo baddii in la isla helo wey. oo waxay noqon kartaa meeshaasi meel abaarta aanan aqoonba abaarba aanan aqoonin kolkaad eegto cawska ka baxaya meesha waa nicmad weeyaan walaalahay waa shaqaynadii aan wada shaqayno.
And the second part of discussion relate to the situation of people with disabilities in the Obok region, about development and protection of marine resources, and about pastoral agriculture and the problems of the dam. The representative of a disabled person, Miss Aisha Mohammed, call for capacity building for the disabled person with for housing, unemployment opportunities, and means to transport. As for the part of Ibrahim Umar Ali present to the president corporative, he went back over the achievement of in this file in Obok region with the strong fishing and tourist potentialities. He underlined that Obok does not take advantage of this windfall due to the lack of preparation of the local tourist operators. Concerning fishing, he asked for the returns of full subsidies and a local and a cold storage room of the conservations of the fish. In responding to their question, the President of the Republic respond to the special needs youth by reminding their what they are all needs will be in the hand of the national agency for the disabled person. And he said, you have a share in public housing across the country. The head of state was further resources as far of employment and concern. The prefect of the region will do his best to hire as many people with a special need as possible. Moreover, you have a state of the art door, namely Mr. Duale, who knocked on all doors to find the equipment necessary for your various forms of disability, concluded President Gili. As far as fishing and tourism is concerned, and answering the president of the President Gileb by answering them about the fishing cooperative, Ibrahim Umar Ali, the president asked to recommend to take advantage of all the opportunities that the sea offer you in the region to monitor your sea areas for illegal fishing. The president promised the renewal of the subsidies for Obok fishermen. The Chinese promoters has invested the Russian with the opportunity for the local population. The Obok region is rich in fish and seafood, and it is an exotic sources of seafood at the mouth of the Russian and the Indian Ocean. For the people in Russian and the banks of Wadi Sadai, to the president said that the land is rich and water is available, and families should take advantage about this working the land. The President Gele praised the effort to enhance the shore with the construction of the dam. And the third part of the question and answer in French, the floor was given to the youth representative with Ali Kamil Mohammed as a young graduate, and Mr. Gedid Umar, who started his entrepreneurship for the promotion of youth. They have put forward innovative ideas for promotions of employment and the creation of jobs. Mr. Ali Kamil requests that all retirement in Obok must be automatically filed by another natives of the region. He also asked the president on behalf of Obok youth for affirmative action for the incorporative into the army service. Gadid Umar made on the youth representative propose a structural project for the promotion promotion of young people with the aim of setting up a training center for the exploitations of fishing resources in the region of Obor, the construction of the port of access of financing for young people with initiative ideas. When did Mr. Mohamed Omar Ahmed, a computer engineer in Senegal, set up a games room and a cyber cafe with 4 employees with the intention of creating an online sales website for product for the region. He has already launched a game room and a cyber cafe. Responding to the young people, the President of the Republic began by stressing that they have access and asset in hand to the credit and training and the collaboration with the MENFO. It is necessary to create activities in the region to combat unemployability. The President announced that the Department of Social Affairs can support young people with initiative, innovative ideas and projects. Finally, the President promised to support the young information engineering who has an ideas to create wealth and job opportunities in the region with the creation of online sites for sales of the region products. In the same context, the President of the Republic held another meeting with the elder and notables of the region in the presence of the members of the government accompanying him and a number of senior local officials. It should be noted that this shuttle tour of the President of the Republic aimed to follow the development effort of the government and see the gain that had been made, listen to the observation of citizens regarding the service profession and the performance in various sectors and exchange views with them to find solutions to their problems and achieve the desired goals. This is scheduled to go to the President of the Republic and to accompanying the delegation tomorrow Thursday to the village of Korangar to conclude his exploratory visit in the territory. In an interview with the national television, the Minister of Health, Mr. Mohamed Warsama, explained that last Thursday a Spanish forces plane arrived at Djibouti International Airport with 10 crew members and 22 Spanish soldiers coming from an area infected with the coronavirus. Upon landing at Djibouti International Airport, they were isolated at the French military base in agreement with the French forces stationed in Djibouti for a period of 14 days. The Ministry of Health carried out the necessary examination for Spanish soldiers in search of an infection of the coronavirus. As a result of this test, one of these soldiers was injured. The Ministry of Health assured the public that all the measures to protect the agent responsible for controlling this disease have been taken, and that no one of them has dealt with Djiboutian citizens since their arrival, since they were all taken to the French military base. It is also took the necessary measure to deport the soldier to Spanish, their native. Within the framework of the measures taken in our country to face the global health of a situation, and after the meeting between the authorities and importers of the food product and medicines, a team of observers at the Ministry of Trade and Budget carry out operation to ensure the stock of food items announced by importers. Monitoring operation coordination were also implemented in each of the main warehouses in the capital and in warehouses located in the free zones. And the team note that there was an adequate amount of food for the coming months for families' consumption. A national market monitoring committee has been formed. This committee includes employees from the main ministerial department, the Chamber of Commerce, and the importers' unions. This system will enable the strengthening of the market controls mechanism and coordination between the concerned authorities with regard to prices of food, stock control. The Ministry of Commerce is taking this opportunity to remind the Djiboutian again that there are no concern on this topic. The National Union of Djibouti Women, in cooperation with the Ministry of Health, organized yesterday the activities of the National Dialogue Program on HIV/AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis, which is implemented by Joint Coordination Committee at the Federation's headquarters. The Secretary General of the Federation, Ms. Fatima Musa, the project director, Ms. Munira Ali, and the Deputy Secretary General in charge of health in the Federation, Ms. Ruqia Yusuf. In addition to the representative of civil society, attend the meeting. On this occasion, health experts gave presentation on 3 infectious diseases, namely HIV/AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis, and discussions were held between officials and civil society. It is reported that the coordination committee between the partners implementing this program is the committee that provides awareness and the psychological and social support to people living with HIV/AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis, and it is also teach young people about the prevention of this kind of disease. In a speech on this occasion, the Secretary General of the National Union of Djibouti Women, Ms. Fatuma Musa, indicated that the aim of this meeting is to discuss how to prevent infectious disease such as tuberculosis, malaria, and HIV/AIDS with civil society. And she said these diseases are contagious and dangerous in the life of all society. On this occasion, where we are in the process of discussing ways to confront this kind of disease or reduce the risk, as such, society must be made aware of the seriousness of this kind of disease, such as tuberculosis, malaria, and HIV/AIDS, in order to avoid its spread among society. The Ministry of Health has also been at the side of the National Union of Djibouti Women in order to educate people and residents about what these diseases are and the reason for its spread. Moving on to the international scene, the United Nations continues the intensified cross-border operation from Turkey to meet the needs of hundreds of thousands of newly displaced women, children, and men in northwestern Syria. The cross-border modality is absolutely essential to our response in the northwest. People in Adlib cannot currently be reached at this scale, in each and in such a timely and direct manner through any other means. She said a massive humanitarian operation is underway in the region as Syrian continues to flock the overcrowded areas near Turkish borders amid sub-zero temperature in which children have frozen to death. The UN Secretary General has described the crisis as a man-made humanitarian nightmare. Aid organization has initially sought over $336 million for the region, but last week the appeals was increased to $500 million. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.